this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
And off we go from Denver. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And what a great journey for this young man. From USC to Ole Miss, which totally fit his game. Nice arm, excellent runner, and he got better each and every year for the Rebels. The Giants obviously believed in him. They traded back into the first round to pick him up. They know they have their quarterback for the future.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. This defense for the Broncos, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw now, Dart. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And a year ago when he was drafted, it felt like central casting. Bo Nix coming to the NFL ready to roll, and he surpassed all expectations a season ago and took for nearly 30 touchdown passes as a rookie. Fell just short with 29, but a huge piece of his team's future.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
That's good.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
1st and 10.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
How best to describe that one. I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
To throw is Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. On for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense and receiver Malik Neighbors headed onto the field. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader." When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
He connects with Hyatt. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They just got to go seize it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Charles, you know, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw, here's Nix. This will be played to his fullback out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Broncos at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. They return home after playing in London last week, but a happy trip back across the pond as they come home a winner.
And you're exactly right about that because, look, when you lose over there, that fight is really, really long. But not half as bad as when you come home with a victory. Excited about what lies ahead.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here's Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Motioning to the left is Robinson. They go play action with Dart. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Alex Singleton making the play defensively.
Loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And it's fielded at the 34. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has been a monster in the red zone here in these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Nix to the air. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because When he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Dart. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 15 more there, and they're on the roll. It's another first down.
First down, Giants.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to Tracy. Oh, able to avoid him. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's a give up the middle. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Line to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Throwing Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll go play action with Nix. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Abdul Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. It begins in Kansas City. The Chiefs at home to take on the Raiders in the AFC West. And this is Rashee Rice. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. 58 yards for the score. The Chiefs up their record to 5-2 as they get the victory here. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is Jalen Hurts. He'll connect on a 13-yard touchdown pass. The Eagles had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Lastly, let's go out to Chicago. The Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. And it's DeAndre Swift. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Bears get just their 2nd win of the season. They improve to 2-4. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. In the game you're watching, we saw a couple of touchdowns in the first half. 14-0 is the score as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now it's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way to go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Back to throw. Nix Open man is the tight end, Troutman. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Wants to try to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Dart. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. One play action. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
First and 10, it's Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. The leading rusher in NCAA history from Youngstown State. Here's Julian McLaughlin. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Will Lutz on for the field goal.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up, and this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And New York set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Running left is Tracy. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Riley Moss takes him down defensively. 2nd and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
To throw is Dart.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down, Giants.
Let's go.
Throwing is Dart.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. John Franklin Myers in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Here's Dart.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun, Dart.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Dart.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Nifty move. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
50 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And this will be a Giants first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Tracy going to get it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And that one complete downfield to Johnson.
And they do finally get him at the 12.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for the Broncos, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.